Welcome to the next lecture of the DAR, Design and Analysis of Algorithm. In today's lesson, we will analyze linear search algorithm. Let's see what we are going to discuss in today's lesson. First of all, we will talk about the concept of linear search. Then we will talk about the time complexity of the linear search. Then we will analyze the space complexity of the linear search, and we'll analyze these complexity on the basis of best case, worst case and average case. That means we are going to analyze best case analysis. We will perform best case analysis of linear search. We will perform worst case analysis of this linear search, and we will perform average case analysis of this linear search. So let's start. Let's first talk about the concept of linear search, or how linear search works. If you have gone through the data structure subject, then you must be aware about that the concept of linear search. You must be knowing how linear search operates. So before we start, let's say that there will be two cases of the search. If you want to search an element from this array of the elements, it could be of any size, let's say 5, 10, 100 or any size. Here I have created the array of 5 elements, and the user wants to search an element into this array with the linear algorithm. This obviously this array may or may not be sorted, so linear search does not require the elements to be pre-sorted. So there could be two cases in this. Let's say if we search an element, so there could be two cases. The one is success and the other is failure. So what do you mean by success? Let's say if you want to search an element, the element if it is 5, then we search the element and we find that element somewhere into this array. So that means we find the element inside the array. That gives us the success case. And let's say if we are trying to find some element which is not present into this array. So let's say if you want to find the element 12. So as you can see that there is no element is matching or equal to 12. So that leads to the case of the failure case. So there are two cases, the case 1 success and case 2 failure. Right. So if we have a success, then we can analyze this algorithm on three bases: best case, worst case and average case. And if we have a failure, then obviously this will lead to the worst case. So let's analyze. First, let's see how this works. Let us say if you want to search an element, so how this works, as we all know, we will try to compare that element with the first element inside the array. If you want to search, let's say if you want to search 9, so first this 9 will be compared with the first element. If it is found, then we simply can return the result, and if it is not, then we will increment the index. Then we will come to the next element. So now this 9 will be compared with the next indexed element, and similarly we keep moving. So there will be some comparisons. So we will compare with first element, then we will compare with second element, then we will compare with third element, and then we will compare with fourth element. And as in this case, you can see the 9 is at the fourth index, so we can print this. So we have to compare element index by index, so we keep on increasing. So this is how the linear search goes on. So let's write a very simple algorithm for this purpose and see how this will work. So let's say I'm writing just the algorithm in steps, or this can be coded in any of the programming language. So let's say if we have the array A, and we would like to search the element. Let's say the element is stored in a variable, that's it, the element, and we need to run the loop for let's say for I to n, I is equal to 0, I is 0 to n minus 1. So that's how we used to compare. Let me write in a proper loop fashion that you use in C or Java programming. So if you want to write, so we'll write like this: for I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. We used to write the loop for the linear search like this. And inside this curly bracket, we simply compare the elements. So we'll write if A of I, that is the array index, is equal to the element. If it is equal to the element, then we can simply print the index of the element, or we can simply print a message that found, the element is found. So this is how this algorithm works, right? So what we have the array of n size, then we have the element which we want to search inside the element, then we will run a loop from I is equal to 0 till less than n, and then inside the loop we will simply compare each element in the index of the array with the actual element we want to search, and if the element find, then we can simply print. So this is a simple algorithm that we use for the linear search. Now let's analyze this algorithm first with respect to the let's say time complexity. So let's first analyze this with respect to the time complexity, or let's form the function in the case or in the sense of the big O. So you can see this is a simple element. How much time it will take to execute this a single statement? So let's say it will take one instance to execute, or we can also write at constant time. So another, this is element, this will also take one instance or constant time. Now this is a loop, as we can say that we have to do the comparisons. So the loop is running from 0 to less than n. So this will execute till, let's say, n times, right? So this will execute till n times. Why? Because this we have started from 0 and we are going till less than equal to n, and let's say it will go till n plus 1, because we are going till this less than n, but we are actually making more comparisons and we are going out to that. So, and then inside the loop, this is a simple statement. So this will take another constant time, and this is the statement, another constant time. So this is how each statement is taking in execution. So this is the time function for each statement given here. So final time statement will always be the sum of all of these. So if we can sum, so we can say that this is 1 plus 1 plus n plus 1 plus 1 and plus 1. So this is equal to n plus 5, or we can simply write as an algebraic equation that this is let's say if it is n, that this is the constant we can eliminate. So this is a function of n, or if we write it in the big O notation, so now the complexity can be considered as big O of n as the highest degree of this polynomial. So the big O of n, so the time complexity for the linear search can be considered as big O of n, as we could see that how we can evaluate this. Now let me talk about these this is space complexity. Let's talk first about this is space complexity. So how much space these elements are going to take? So this is the array with size n, so it will take n word space. This is the element, will take a single word space. Then where are the other variables? The I will take a single variable space. This is for I, and that's it. We have only these variables that will take space into the memory. So the total sum of these spaces will come to n plus 1 plus 1. Again, this is order of n. So in sense we can write that the space complexity is also n, order of n, because this array is taking n spaces, n words. The element will take one word, I will take one word. So this will take the space complexity of order of n. So we can see that the time complexity for the linear search comes to be order of n. The space complexity also comes to be order of n. Now let's discuss these three cases: best case, worst case and average case. What we mean by the best case? What could be the best case? Obviously the best case will be when we find the element at first index. If we find the element at first index, let's say if the searching element is 1, obviously that will be found at first index. So this will be the best case. And in any if we have let's say 5 if we have the array size as 10, if we have 1000, doesn't matter. If the element find at first index, then the time function will be 1 only. The time function will be 1, that is a constant time. So in the best case, the big O, or the complexity, can be written as order of 1. This is the best case. So why this is best case order 1? Because we find the element at first location. This is the best case. And if we let's talk about the worst case. What could be the worst case? If the element to be searched is at the last index. So we have to compare all the elements. First we'll compare with this, then we'll compare with 3, then we'll compare with 5, then we'll compare with 9, and then we'll compare with the last index. So obviously we need lots of comparisons. We need n comparisons, that is the size of the array. So the time function for this will be, let's say, t of n will be given by n, or we can say that the worst case complexity is order of n. So that is the worst case complexity. So worst case, as we can see that the best case is order of 1 in the case of linear search, and the best case is order of n. Now let's talk about the average case. So how we can get the average case? We can find the time function for each element. Let's say how much time we'll take in finding out the element which is at first index, then plus how much time we'll take in finding out the element at second index, then plus at third, and so on. And then finally we divide all with the number of elements. So let's say if the time taken to find element at first index is 1 instance, then the time taken to find the element at second index will be 2 instances. Similarly, the time taken to find the element at third index will be 3 instances, plus and so on. And the time taken to search the element at nth index will be, this is n. So this is the basically sum of first n natural numbers, and this has to be divided by total number of elements. So that is total number of, let's say this is n, so this has to be divided by n. Obviously, as we know that the sum of first n natural numbers is represented by n into n plus 1, so this will be divided by n, and finally the time function comes to be n plus 1. So you can see the time function comes to be n plus 1, and this is a polynomial in n, so the highest degree will be taken, and now we can see that the big O notation or the time complexity for this will be order of n. So the average time complexity to search an element into the linear array is also order of n. So we can also write that this is best order of 1, this is worst order of n, and this is the average. Let me write this is average time complexity, which is given by order of n. So I hope you have understood the concept of this linear search. We had talked about the concept, we had seen the time complexity with the help of the algorithm, we had seen the space complexity by calculating the space occupied by all the variables inside the algorithm, and then we discussed about best case, worst case, and average case complexities of this linear search algorithm. In the next lecture we will talk about the analysis. We will analyze the binary search algorithm. Thank you so much.